Hi there, it's Mark Carlson here. Welcome to 2022, and this video is specifically about how you can direct your focus in a way that will help you this year. So, we've got to base our founding principles on the unequivocal truth that it's always you. You can't deny that. The undeniable truth that life is always you. It's you when you wake up, it's you all the way through the day, and it's you when you go to bed. It's you when you're born, and it's you every single step and every single second throughout your entire life. It's always you. There's nothing else going on. You're right at the center of everything. You're always the one that's experiencing anything. So nothing's actually going on outside of you that you know of. It's always only ever being experienced by you, which is an internal experience. So knowing that I can then direct my attention in ways that will make me feel good, then how can I use that information to get me to a good end point? Let's say that we're working on our journey through 2022, and how can I focus my attention in a way that will make the end of 2022 how I'd like it? Well, remember, manifestations come from our feeling body. We are vibrational beings. Life is a vibration. Everything is moving. Even the solids are moving at such a slow vibration that we can't see them. But everything is moving always. And our internal vibrations attract to us similar vibrations to show us who we are, because we wouldn't look at the unconscious. So the stuff shows up in the outside world. All the stuff you don't like is a representation of stuff inside of you that wants healing, and all of the stuff that you do like is a representation of stuff that's already healed and representing the more beautiful aspects of yourself. But the journey of conscious manifestation, which is what we want to learn while we're here, how can we be more in charge of allowing the harmony, the abundant harmony of life to play itself for us, right? So we're in co-creation with our unconscious and with everything that's connected to everything everywhere. So you can't just make things happen the way you want them instantly, and there'd be no point because it'd be too easy, and we wouldn't have this adventure of the physical realm. But so because we're connected to everything everywhere, but there's a place where you can rest in your own harmonious space and be danced to your abundance with nature, with the life force energy, with the everything everywhere, because there is an authentic harmonious place within you. Now, to find that, we've got to come to the place that is, which is this moment. My heart center is the center within me that's authentic. My head center is the center that's been trained. I was trained by my tribe to be English, as you were trained by your tribe to be whichever race that you find yourself as, right? And so we have rules and regulations. Now, if I follow my heart center, my authentic self, if I fully follow it, then I find my abundance. Easier said than done, because we've been brainwashed for years and years and years, and we educate ourselves here, and then we've got our own personal stuff that we brought from other lifetimes. We've got all of the different aspects of our own personality type in this incarnation that's assisting us to live life the way we live it. And then we've got the tribal conditioning on there. So there's so much information that we get trained to believe life is up here, but it's our heart center that is the authentic us. So we've got to learn to come to that place. So learning to be present and allow life to be as it is absolutely primary. I've got to learn to come to the moment and let things go. Now, if I follow a vibration that is frightening me, even though the vibration or the information might be coming from the outside, if I follow that regularly, I'll believe there's something to be frightened of. That's what I'll see in my internal reality. My immune system will drop, and I'll get the things that I'm afraid of coming into my life, no doubt about it, because my vibration brings to it a similar vibration. So if I'm afraid regularly enough, I'll bring the thing that I'm afraid of into me. Now, right now, there's a huge, big force of fear around the planet. I don't need to tell you what that is, but there is a force. Regardless of how you think it's there, whether you think it's the truth or not the truth, there is a big force of fear in the planet. And I think that it's very important that you question, should I follow something that's so frightening all the time so that I'm always afraid? Because if I do that vibrationally, I'll end up with the thing that I'm afraid of. It will be catastrophic. Or should I follow a loving vibration within me? Because if I do that regularly and honestly and authentically, my vibration will raise. And when I'm in love, my immune system is peaking. It's optimal. When I'm in love, I don't need to be in love with another person, but when I'm living in love, then love is the highest vibration. And of course, everything is wonderful around me as I work toward being in love. I think the enlightened masters are possibly in that space all the time, but for the rest of us, we have to, it's a work in progress to move toward living in love. So knowing that I'm the only thing going on and knowing that where I focus my attention determines life for me, then I've got to focus my attention in areas that make me feel lovely. That's what I do. So look, going back to the year 2022, what would you like at the end of it? Let's look at the two big areas that we live from here on the planet, the areas that affect us the most, where we get the greatest gains and the greatest losses, the greatest pains and the greatest successes are around money and love, right? So if we look at the area of money, what would you like to be earning by the end of it? Just think about it. Don't go too far over the top, but just think about it. What would I like to be earning at the end of the year? What would I like as a figure? Now, don't make it ridiculously sky high. Make it something that you think that would be really lovely. It's above my comfort zone, but that would be really lovely. And if you can feel excited about that as a possibility, then that excited feeling is what you hold on to, that very feeling, because our feeling body creates reality. In love, what would it look like if your relationships were vibrating higher in terms of love? The important relationships in your life, what would it look like if they were better than they are now? How would you be feeling? And you focus on that. What would life be like if you were promoted? What would life be like if you were being successful in the hobbies that you like, if you were manifesting the body that you like, if you were doing the things that you've always wanted to do but you've never done? What would you feel like? Because it's that feeling place that will absolutely determine your manifestations on the outside if they're felt regularly enough. So that's the key point. You've got to get your fearful stuff into loving stuff, because you are so powerful. We all are. We are incredibly powerful. But look, if we follow the direction of others, if you follow the screen all the time and believe everything it says, and especially if it's a fearful message, you create yourself to go into whatever the screen tells you, believing that it's the stuff out there that's making you feel like this. But it isn't. It's just that you've decided to believe whatever the screen tells you. Now, of course, you've got to be discerning when you make these decisions. But regardless of what's going on outside, you want to learn to raise your vibration to one that is loving. You look at the things that you like at the end of 2022. Also, look at how you'd like to see the planet vibrating. If you'd like it to be in war, then just continue following the screen. If you'd like it to be in harmony and in love, then what would that look like? This is the thing that we need to look at. We need to follow vibrations of love collectively, but most importantly, first and foremost, we've got to do it individually. We've got to prove to ourselves that when I think like this regularly enough, and when I raise my vibration regularly enough, life gets better. And it does, because you're the only thing going on. You're the only thing that's ever going on. And what you say it means is the truth for you. And if you say it regularly enough and feel it regularly enough, everything will manifest that way. So be aware of where you focus your attention. If you don't feel good because of something that's happening in your life, question yourself. What am I thinking? And what am I making that mean? And can I let it go because I don't feel good when I think that? How can I get myself to a loving vibration? Because that will change my world. Have an absolutely fantastic day when you watch this, and I look forward to talking to you next year. Next year, this is because this is the year's video. Next week as well. Was that a Freudian slip? You'll find out through the year. And have a great day today. Thank you.